All right, so here's our creature so far. He's just kind of a lovable, big-eyed weirdo. Let's go in and actually change the aspect of the eyes. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to get rid of these eyes and we're going to put other ones in underneath it. So once again, going to the layer that we need, and let me call this background, which is our big eyes layer. We're going to mask in this section. So to do that, I'm going to zoom in here. And with that selected, I'm actually going to use my quick selection brush a little bit. And then using that, I'm just going to kind of select that area where the eyes are. All right, and then we can kind of go the opposite way. We can kind of oops. That's pretty close. So we can go in and fine tune this if we go in the quick mask mode. And then once again, just kind of using my brush. Just gonna kind of, oops. Shift X to switch these. I'm just gonna kind of fine tune this. Same over here. There we go. Out of quick mask mode by pressing Q. Now the reason I've done this is this gives me a nice clean edge, and now if I go over here to my big eyes, I've made a selection, and what's really cool is if you use your brush tool when a selection's made, you won't be able to go beyond that area. Now you also want to make sure that you're on that. All right, so and I'll turn off these as well so that when I'm going through you'll just see the kind of checkerboard, which is Photoshop's way of showing you that the background is transparent. So go through here. Same thing over here. All right, we'll turn this back on. Kind of creepy. Oh, looks like I missed a little bit there. There we go. All right, so let's bring in some eyes, and we're going to do that by going over to this red-eyed bird. Same thing here. I'm just going to use my quick selection tool to get the eyes. Command C to copy. And we haven't saved recently, so let's do that. Command S, save the computer. I'm going to save this into my hybrid folder. Call this project. Okay. All right, so now we've got this here, and we'll paste in. We want to make sure that we're below the eyes, so we're going to paste it underneath here. Let's check. Oh, there it is. So let's do this. Let's bring it up on top here and hit Command T to do the free transform. And let's kind of make sure we get the eye lined up. So that it's right there. And then we'll make Command J to make a copy of that and move that other eye over there. And we can do kind of some fine sections there. And now let's actually put the, so we're going to drag this big eye section above there. And then so we'll say that this is left eye and this is right eye. All right. And we're going to select both of these and we're going to make them just a little bit smaller. Command T to transform. Hold down the Option key. It'll kind of make them go towards the center, which is giving him kind of a cross-eyed look. I just want to shrink these down just a little bit. Enter. And then we'll do each of these individually here. Make sure it looks like he's looking right at you. All right, that's looking good. Let's do something else. Let's just add a little bit of shading in here. So I'm going to create a new layer here. Call this eye black. And then I'm just going to basically do some regular painting with my painter. Making sure I've got kind of a pretty large brush. And the softness is 100% here, or otherwise known as the hardness being 0. And then I'm just going to kind of go in, and you can see as I'm doing this, it's kind of adding a little bit of shading around the eyes. Same thing over here. Kind of fill in those areas. All right. So there we go with that. Hit Command S to save. Once again, if we ever decide that we don't want those, we can always kind of go back in time and turn these items on and off. And actually, let's take all of these, hit Command G to group them. Eyes, just to make that a little bit easier there. All right. In the next section, let's work on giving this guy a mouth.